At Ockbrook School in Derbyshire, one former pupil, Maylie Martz, recalled receiving corporal punishment from a teacher known as Miss Driver. From Ordsall Hall Comprehensive School in Retford, a former pupil remembered an incident in which a small fire was accidentally started near the school grounds while pupils waited for the school bus. The offence resulted in a caning from the school authorities. At Our Lady and St Bede's School in Stockton, a former pupil recalled Sister Mary administering 5 strokes of the cane across the hand as punishment for misconduct. Several former pupils of Padstow Comprehensive School in Nottingham also reflected on the stern disciplinary atmosphere of the period. One former student remembered a domestic science teacher, Miss Cave, who appeared visibly uncomfortable whenever she administered corporal punishment. Another recalled Miss Staniveski, deputy head and English literature teacher, who was remembered both for bringing literature vividly to life and for her strict use of the strap when discipline was required. A former pupil also recounted an occasion when Mr. Gallagher disciplined a boy publicly during a school assembly. The same pupil later received 2 strokes of the cane from the headmaster for chewing gum, though remarked that no lasting resentment was held toward him. At Park House School in Sheffield, one former pupil remembered being caught smoking in the lavatories and receiving corporal punishment from Mrs. Millhouses, who was known for striking pupils across the fingertips with the cane. Another recalled Miss Hughes, affectionately known among pupils as Ethel, whose patience with unruly boys was frequently tested and whose slipper was well known throughout the school. Former pupils from Paranthorne High School in Bury similarly described the disciplinary practices of the time. One remembered being punished with the slipper after behaving inappropriately toward a fellow pupil after school. Another recalled a teacher sending her to Mrs. Metcalfe, who subsequently administered the cane following an impertinent remark. At Pontypool Girls' School, a former student remembered Miss Hines and the ruler she reportedly used to discipline pupils in her office. A former pupil of Porth Technical Grammar School in the Rhondda recalled receiving the cane after becoming involved in a fight at school, though she maintained many years later that she had not been responsible for the altercation. From Portland Comprehensive School in Worksop came recollections of Mrs. Mather, a teacher remembered by several former pupils as a particularly formidable disciplinarian who frequently used the slipper. Former pupils of Prince Edward School in Sheffield also shared vivid memories. One remembered Miss Pilgrim, who taught swimming lessons and demonstrated techniques poolside while maintaining strict discipline in the classroom. Another former pupil, who attended the school between 1967 and 1972, recalled witnessing a boy being slippered for misbehaving during lessons. Others described being punished by the headmistress for stepping out of line or causing disruption. At Pye Bank School in Sheffield, one former pupil remembered Miss Smith's frequent use of the cane, remarking humorously that the sting on the hand seemed unforgettable even decades later. Elsewhere, a former pupil of Quarrydale Comprehensive School briefly recalled receiving the cane from a teacher named Miss Hale. Finally, at Radcliffe High School in Manchester, a former student remembered Mrs. Wilde administering the slipper after an incident involving pens being burned during a science lesson.